How to boost your credit score in 30 days or less. Hey, Matt Smith here, Matt Smith Real Estate Group. I'm joined by one of our preferred vendors, Ross Woods, Flat Branch Home Loans. Ross, thanks for being here.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Absolutely, Ross. So let's dive in. Let's talk about how can you boost your credit score in 30 days or less.
Yeah, so we have several options at Flat Branch on how to get credit up. So first things first, if your credit's not at the point where it needs to be, we have an awesome tool to help get credit where it needs to be. As long as certain things are followed, there's instructions that I usually provide on if you do X, Y, and Z, we can get your credit to whatever that magic number is.
So you have a tool that helps people with that? It must be expensive, right?
No, it's actually free. So it's a cost that we actually have to cover as a company. So the company covers it, and usually it just involves maybe you have a $300 balance on a credit card that needs to be paid down to zero. People are usually pretty shocked on, it doesn't really take that much to boost your credit drastically.
Yeah.
In some cases, don't get me wrong, it might be $5,000, $10,000, but also there's plenty of cases to where it's only a couple $100 and their credit shoots up 50 points or however much.
I love that. Yeah, and I think it's important too that people just get that information. Even if it is, say, the $10,000 number, at least now you know.
Exactly.
So if someone were to reach out to you and want to understand how to get their credit improved or do the credit boost program, how long does that roughly take?
Yeah, it's a good question. So our credit simulator that we have, I always provide the advice that if they take action within 72 hours, they're gonna probably have the best results. So it is very time sensitive because one thing with credit is it's constantly moving. There's constantly moving pieces in there. So the quicker they take action from the time that I provide that action to take, the better the chances that their credit is going to go up.
I love that. I didn't know that. That's a good trick. So if Ross gives you advice on your credit, take action immediately because it has a bigger impact, right?
Yes.
So Ross, if someone's watching this and they're like, I want to increase my credit score, what are some ways that they can do that pretty easily?
So aside from the simulator tool that I have, just some basic things such as obviously pay your bills on time every time. If you
have to pay those on time?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So other than that, like credit cards, if you have a credit card, the utilization is very, very important to keep track of that. So for example, we'll use kind of basic numbers here. I always say stay under that 30% utilization number.
Okay.
So if the balance on your credit card is $300, but the total that you can run up on that would be $1,000, you're at that 30% number. So ideally, you want to try to keep that below 30% on a monthly basis.
And that helps enhance your credit score?
It does, yep.
Awesome. Is there any other tips along those lines?
Yeah, so there are so many tools out there, and you would be very surprised on the amount of people that do not know that they have collections, outstanding collections. There's a lot of really cool tools out there. Even Credit Karma or something like that. It's usually free. Getting into something like that, and then usually it'll break down and say, hey, here's why your credit is not so high. And a lot of times people find out through this process that they have some type of collection that they didn't even know about.
Gotcha, and that has to drag your score down, right?
It does, yes.
Yeah, so check out, which one do you recommend if they wanted to check that out?
Credit Karma it's the most popular one. I will say don't use Credit Karma to see what your credit score is, especially when it comes to a mortgage. Totally different algorithm, totally different calculation to figure out credit scores. But there are opportunities within Credit Karma to be able to figure out if there's any type of derogatory issues.
Gotcha, and if you guys have questions on that, reach out to Ross. He's the professional, can help guide you through that for sure. So Ross, it sounds like there's a big math equation involved in all of this for your credit score. I think what I want to make sure the message gets across, and I think you would agree with me, is that it doesn't have to be difficult.
Exactly.
Right? If you're going through this process, don't go at it alone. Consult an expert like Ross. He's happy to help navigate you through the process.
Right.
So Ross, if they were to reach out to you, what's a good way for them to get a hold of you?
It's 573-644-2237. That is my personal cell. Call or text anytime.
Yeah, reach out to Ross. He's the professional. He'll walk you through that, and he'll help you get your credit repaired, improved, whatever you need. He's one of our preferred trusted vendors for a reason. This guy knows his stuff. He's here to help. So reach out to him. He's there to help you no matter where you're at in this journey.